Hey guys, Lewis here, and I'm back with another episode of Thomas Was Alone. Alright, it's been a day or so since my last recording session, and with a fresh brain, I feel like I'm ready to continue on with the game. Now, I have read in the comments...
Gray had told the couple he was looking for a
Yeah,
lost
I'm restarting
friend.
the level because I got
He'd
stuck
made
last
something up
time.
about being alone on a quest for lost allies. They had eaten it up.
Okay, so let's see. Like I was saying, I got stuck last time, so I restarted the level. It's a fresh day, fresh brain. Let's see if I can figure it out compared to last time. Let's get Gray across first, even though he's a lying bastard of an AI. All right, he's gotten through. Now let's see about the others. Okay, I know I can get him through that. Oops, hit the Gray. That's unfortunate. And I can use that as a way to get across. Oops, did the same thing again. But yeah, like I was saying, I can't finish my thoughts at all. Someone had mentioned in the email that there is a DLC that expands the story on Sarah a little bit, so I will check it out. Don't you guys worry about that. I will be doing that. But my first goal, of course, is to complete the main game. And I also wanted to do a little bit of an analysis on some of the characters that we do see in Thomas Was Alone. And it's really, really neat how relatable these characters are, even though they are pretty much just rectangular AI. And it's really interesting how easy it is to relate to some of them. I mean, like starting off with Thomas, for example. Thomas, like when he was first introduced, he was pretty, well, he was on his own, of course. Thomas Was Alone is the namesake of the game. But he started out confused. He was very studious in the, examining the world around him. Very curious. Almost to the point where he has, something kind of like OCD, where he's obsessively taking notes on new things. And it was mentioned at one point, he's like, he didn't have the drive at one point to, take notes. And that's really interesting because when you're alone, you kind of just latch on to details and you try to understand what's going on in the world around you. And I feel like that really fits Thomas really well. And we managed to get through the puzzle here. So that's good. So I probably could have figured it out last time, but I'm pretty sure I was stuck. Not sure. There's probably would have been a way to solve it. Let's move on. Alright, we're back with Team Jump and Paul. Alright, so let's see here. Let's go with Team Jump first. See what we can find. So we're dropping down.
Along with their spiritual leader Paul, worked their way right.
Okay, so we got...
Team Jump were proud of their progress. They'd obliterated all challenges in their path. Yeah, they'd heard of individuals getting stuck on staircases or stepping stones. This did not happen to Team Jump.
Because they have teamwork. Aha! So, this seems like a pretty easy puzzle, but by the looks of it, with the suspended block for Paul, I'm thinking Paul will go last here. We could probably just leave this... Oh, we can just leave this one here for now so we don't have to worry about it. But like I was gonna say, it's like... Yeah, the personalities for each rectangle AI is really relatable to. In a way, I kind of find each one of them have a snippet of my own experiences, so I can really relate to them. I can definitely relate to Thomas a bit because Thomas has a bit of an OCD thing going on, and not many people know I am a bit OCD myself, and it's not something as petty as, oh, it's cute, I need to get this in alphabetical order. No, it's like a sense of being comfortable with what's going on in your environment. And the environment was constantly changing for Thomas, and when Thomas became an AI, he was like, why not reshape this so others can be comfortable as well? And that's really powerful for me. There are a couple other the other characters I do find relatable as well, but I'll get into that once I get through this puzzle.
They were nearing the exit portal. He smiled to himself, trying to work out the easiest way of dispensing with his allies when the time came.
Oh, Gray, you bastard. Alright, so what I'm thinking, I'm trying to think, maybe we can launch ourselves here? We're not really getting enough momentum to launch. Oh, that's it. There we go. And since we have James, we fall inverted up. Okay. By the power of James. Alright, now we go back to normal, and there we go. Chris, for example, like, he starts out kind of like an unlikable character. He's really grumpy. He doesn't like the people he meets, and and at the same time, he feels like he doesn't need to rely on someone else. Like the one dialogue he had was like, he had even been graceful at one point, and then he goes back on that. It's like, well, maybe not graceful, but he got by, and that kind of like really signifies like he's kind of hard-headed. He wants to do things on his own, but as we saw, as with the case with Laura, he eventually started opening up to the others. Well, not opening up all the way by any means, but you know, he found them more acceptable. He found them as his friends. Like when Thomas was taken by the Pixel Cloud, he felt bad because he felt like it was kind of his fault. And it does build character for him. It's really nice. John, on the other hand, he's pretty simple. He does care in his own little way, but at first when you see him, he's a bit of an egotist. You know, it's like, I'm gonna show you how it's done. This is how we jump. And eventually he runs into Sarah, seeing how far Sarah can jump.
Saw the others beyond the wall,
and it humbles him.
They were doing well. Paul tried to shout a warning, but they couldn't hear him. Gray counted 5 in team jump. He could take them.
A bit arrogant there, Gray. But yeah, like with John there, it's like he started out as a very egotist kind of AI, just like he wants an audience so people could, you know, cheer him on and improve, just pretty much stroke his ego. But when he ran into Sarah and see how her double jump ability, it's like, can jump even more than John, so that humbles him, which at the same time makes him realize, like, during his time, while he was considered the best of the group, where he could jump the highest, he realized that he could give others that chance to have that feeling of being good at something. And that's like personal growth right there, and I really like how they did it with each character. Claire. Claire's a bit of a tough read. I mean, she kind of has like a superhero complex. I know this is getting really analytical compared to me talking away from the game, but I've been thinking about it a lot lately, so I thought I want to talk about it, because at the same time, like, this isn't just a game, it also does explore what people could find relatable, and it's really interesting how close these little rectangles can come close to what we find relatable. And like I said, I feel really attached to these blocks at the same time, because I myself find it relatable. Some of the traits from all 7 characters are really relatable for me. Like I was saying, not Laura, but Claire has a bit of a superhero complex. She just wants to help others. She's honest. She cares for others. Like when Thomas was taken away, she wanted to take revenge for him, find a way to get him back. And when they realized they were gonna try to be the architects, Claire thought about other AIs at that point, and was like, there must be a way to help other AIs because they don't know what's going on at all. And it's really nice to think about that. And actually, I need to bring Gray back down, because I still don't know the difference between these two. It's like, which one is Sam and which one is Joe? Alright, okay, I guess I'll just drop down all the way with gray. There we go. I mean, it's just purple down here, so it can't hurt. Alright, let's get our square one up here. There we go. He can't make that, so we'll have to get the others up. But yeah, Claire, like, she really cares for others. And she's very honest about it, she's very forward about it. At the same time, she can come across as she's a bit dramatic, you know, with the whole superhero thing, but it's really funny. I like it. And, you know, honesty is always the best policy. That's a really age-old and tried proverb. It's like, it's true. With Laura, Laura's a bit tough to explain, but at the same time, I do relate to Laura a bit, because she started out, when you first meet her, very shy, and she was very reluctant to, you know, get to know Chris at all. But she wanted to, like, get to know him from a distance at first, and later on it was mentioned that she had run into a bunch of other AIs that had left her, but she thought she was being abandoned rather than the fact where she later realized that she was bait for the pixel cloud to, you know, prey on the other AIs that she was with. Same thing happened with Thomas's group. They were slowly picked off one by the pixel cloud using Laura. And so she finally realized that she's not a very tragic victim, more of she's kind of like a victim of circumstance, but she goes from the whole depression state to understanding that her unique ability to bounce others helps other AIs move on and continue just helping them, just getting as far as they can. And that's really neat. And of course, I love the bits between Laura and Chris. They're just so adorable. Just like the whole, when Chris was like, Chris knew that he was in love. It's just like, it's kind of like a melt your heart kind of thing. It's like Chris is the grumpy one of the group, and then Laura comes along and, you know, makes him feel like he does have more of a role in the group, that he's not just the smallest jumper of the group, but he does have an important role to play, and that's really unique. I love that. Alright, so these two will go up there. I pretty much have Team Jump and the others in position. It's just getting these guys up. I'm assuming Gray goes down over there, because that's the only area I haven't been in yet. Alright, let's get you two up. That noise is probably annoying me, but I'll have to deal with it. Just need to get back to Gray now. There we go. Move him over. Move you up. Now, how do I get you up? So this is gonna be tough. How do I get him up? I don't see any Laura blocks. It's mainly a James and Sarah ability block here. Actually, are we missing a member of Team Jump? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I guess one's missing for some reason. Maybe he got left behind. Now, how do I get up here? How do I get up there? Do I need to send Paul over? Well, let's see what we can do with Paul. Okay, Paul goes up there. Don't want the greens, because we want to go over there. Go over here. Okay, how am I gonna get past the Team Jump members here? I gotta pull them down a bit. Wrong one. There we go. And now we move back to Paul. Okay, that's still not enough. Let's move you over here then. Alright, we get him to the gray, he drops down to over here, we go to the green, we gotta go up, so we gotta stay green. Okay, I did see the gray block, so we gotta avoid those. Okay, good. Paul's all set. Now we just gotta figure out how to get that one up Sam and Joel up to where they are supposed to go. Alright. Well, that takes care of those two. Maybe there's something ahead that I need to have Gray take care of. I can't... Okay, there we go. I just needed to get time my double jump just right. Now, can I do this on my own, or do I need Gray? I'll continue my analysis a bit on James and Sarah once I figure this out. I'm still very used to the old formula of using John and then Thomas and then Chris to stack him up to get to the other heights. I miss them. Alright, there we go. Now the rest should be easy to get Gray to where it goes. Okay, so basically James, it was noted in the little dialogue bits between level transitions earlier that there's some sort of AI activist group or something of the sort. I'm assuming AI has become a part of humanity now, or something of the sort. Okay, so we got James and Laura here.
Sam was worried at how silent Gray had become. He wasn't responding to Joe's questions or acknowledging them at all.
Well, that's never good, is it? Alright, so what do I do here? If I take green, I'm just gonna fly up. Do I have to avoid them by stacking and jumping over? Let's try. And maybe do this. Ah. I was so close. But I think I got the concept for this. But yeah, James, like, even though he was mentioned later on, and because they joined the little gang a little later on, it's like, I don't think it's the fact that they aren't considered important. No, they are very instrumental in being important because they helped the original get out in the first place. And because of that, this was all possible. And James, he's kind of inverted. He's very, when you first see him, he's kind of insecure. Especially, he describes himself as being the weird one of the group. And I can understand that. It's like, in my little group of friends, I can be sometimes considered the weird one of the group as well. So I can relate to that. And at the same time, he's also a little bit, I wouldn't say antisocial, but he's kind of awkwardly social. Socially awkward, I should say. And unfortunate that happened. I think I can jump over with this one, though. Yeah, good. Okay. Now I gotta figure out why we need this. Maybe we gotta bounce up into the gray and then down. Okay, that's easy. And you should be able to slip by no problem. But yeah, James is like, he's kind of socially awkward with the group, and at the same time he thought, you know, like, as soon as Thomas gets back to the others, it's gonna go back to the same. He's gonna be the weird one, but he eventually gets a little more comfortable. Even though he still considers himself weird, he also comes to the conclusion everybody's weird in their own way, and you know, that's how it is, and sometimes the weirdness is a good thing. Okay.
Really trying to save his friends?
No, because you are lying. You are not like Thomas and the others. Okay, so there's a little gap up there. And apparently I'm going the wrong way. Unless I'm supposed to jump that. Probably jump that is most likely. Oh, yeah, definitely jump that. Okay. And yeah, so I can relate, like I said, I can relate to all of them in some regards. Sarah, I think, is the one I relate with the least, but at the same time, I can understand where she's coming from. She is very dramatic. Like, when you meet her, she comes off a little, I wouldn't say cynical, but she was kind of more like, I wouldn't say condescending either. How would I describe her? She's very like she's on her own little quest, which is to find the well of wisdom, the fountain of wisdom, which is the internet with all the memes and everything. And okay, oh, I have an idea. Maybe I gotta get the others over so that we can give them an extra little nudge. But yeah, Sarah is, I guess, the best I can describe as of now. Has a bit of a flair for the dramatic, but at the same time, she goes from being a little bitter about not having a chance at seeing the fountain of wisdom, because Thomas goes there and she was locked behind that little by the architecture of the little world they were in. Oh god, that's not good. At least we can jump, so we don't have to go back. At least it's kind of hard doing jumps while at the same time trying to analyze characters. Alright, there we go. But yeah, like I was saying, it's like she eventually realizes that she has her own important role, which is to support Thomas and the others in order to make the world a better place and to allow other AIs to have a chance, that even if they can't have that chance. So they are pretty much just sacrificing for the good of others, and I find that very, very charming. Okay, so we do need to get everybody through. We should be able to get Gray through now with the help of an extra little nudge, because we are just always a little bit off. There we go. Now by doing this, there we go. And now I can fly up. Well, I wouldn't say fly, but I can get up. And we'll just go up from here. Gray needs to move. There we go. So this is pretty much like the second generation AI. And oh, there's the rest of Team Jump. 9.8. Okay, things are weird. Okay, so we change randomly with time. Okay, that's interesting. So just navigate as many as we can to the upper platforms. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. Okay, I see it. The exit is to the upper left, I think. I'll wait. Okay, I see it. Every time
Paul knew the path ahead wasn't safe.
There's a little green area.
He told the team to wait, that he'd come get them when it was secure.
Okay, so Paul's going on ahead.
Had to be stopped, whatever the cost.
Okay, so somehow Paul had learned about the whole changing with the architecture. Okay, let's get to the others fast. Once it goes up again, we will move this guy, who will in turn move the other one. Okay, maybe not move too fast. But they all go up there, so that makes it simpler. Just wish the intervals at which we gain the inverted to go a little faster. Although, then again, I was just kind of doing this, while at the same time I could have just as simply just jumped up there. I didn't think about that. Oh, my bad. I forget the team jump is a pretty good jump. Never underestimate team jump. I wonder what the DLC is like, actually. It's like, I just know that it expands. It's kind of like a prequel before Thomas was alone. But all I saw in the email was like, hey, check out the DLC if you get the chance. And I was like, oh, I didn't know they had a DLC for this. So I'll definitely check it out. But yeah, back to my earlier spiel. It was like, all the characters in their own way are very relatable. And some I relate with more than others, but at the same time, all of them I can relate to. And I'm pretty sure some of you would be able to relate as well.
The had been separated from its allies for some time. She'd not heard the order to retreat. She was shocked by the appearance of the 4 aberrations below.
Okay.
The old one seemed to be leading the liar to an outcropping. It was within her reach. She could remove them both.
Okay, so we're...
The couple could wait. They weren't going anywhere.
Okay, so... what I'm hearing here is... there's a pixel cloud still out there. Oh, there it is. But its allies were separated, no doubt, by Thomas and the others, so that other AIs wouldn't have the same issue. And Paul said, by whatever means, so does he intend to use the pixel cloud to take them both, just so he can stop Gray from getting out? I mean, that's my guess. I don't know if we need the Laura ability here. I just wanted to get with the purple. It's weird timing this. I'm gonna try to get Paul up at least. Maybe I do need the Laura ability. I'll take it. Alright, so strangely enough, I gotta help by getting up here somehow. We'll leave our little square right there for now. Ah, thought I could jump him out at least. There we go. Okay. So we'll just go up here. It said outcropping, and I'm pretty sure this is the outcropping over here. And he is the only one who could slide through that slot, probably. So I probably do need the Laura ability to bounce him over, perhaps? That's my guess, anyway. I know we're getting close, a little over my usual time allotment for these episodes, but I want to at least finish this puzzle here. Because I think I have an idea. Yep, we gotta get him over there. And Pixel Cloud said we shouldn't worry about the little ones just yet. It's gonna be all about Gray and Paul here. Okay, so he goes here. This is the outcropping, so no doubt the Pixel Cloud is gonna go after both of them. Well, sorry you had to do this, Paul, but that's how it is, I guess. Alright, now we need to... I guess we need the blue to transfer our square friend over. So let's just get ready. There we go. Carry him over. It's gonna be a long climb for the others. For some reason, I don't know if it's just me, but when I tried to use the E button to change in the opposite order, it doesn't actually do it for me some reason. So I have to keep going back and forth. I know, like, I'm many episodes into this, and I've only now just started mentioning this. Where is he? There it is. Oh, Pixel Cloud's back. Maybe Thomas and the others know, and they left this Pixel Cloud specifically to take out that one. Okay, so how do I get through this one? Do I need purple? Oh no, I got it. I need to do what James and Thomas would do and provide a stepping block. There we go. Now, how do I get up here, though? I'm stuck here. Alright, I'm gonna have to think about this for a bit. This might as well be a good time as any to end off the episode, so... Alright, actually had to stop recording for a moment because I had a phone call right as soon as before I was going to end off the episode. So anyway, that's going to be it for episode 9 of Thomas Was Alone. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe for more. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.